Welcome back, my viewers and subscribers, to Real Jamaican News, where you get the real Jamaican news unedited. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe so as soon as a new video drop, you are the first to be notified. Today we want to talk about who trim Nzinga King. The DPP has ruled that there should be no charges against the cops who were alleged to have trimmed Nzinga. So Nzinga is a member of the Rastafarian faith, and her hair cannot be cut based on their religion. They are against scissors, they're against cutting off the hair. They believe that their strength lies in their hair. So she has been a Rasta since she was a child. So on the 22nd of July, she was detained and charged for disorderly conduct. And according to her story, shortly after she arrived at the station, the officer told her to loosen her hair and begin to cut her hair. But witnesses debunked that. They said that she was locked up for 2 days, and during those 2 days, they saw her pick out her own hair. And that is where the DPP says there are about 11 discrepancies between her story and witnesses' story. So this is her story, that the policewoman cut her hair as soon as she arrived and they put her in her cell. So she went into her cell bald. Now, when the DPP was doing their investigation, they went into the cell and they saw hair in the cell, and they did all their DNA tests, and it came back that those hair belonged to Nzinga. So even her best friend come out and say that it was Nzinga who cut her hair, because during a conversation, Nzinga blurt out and say, "Oh, look how me cut off my hair and me can't comb me." So the police did not trim her. She trimmed herself. That is their story, and they are sticking to it. So persons have been calling for the police officers who were involved to lose their job, for them to get fired and all these things. But we have to look deeply at the case. They cannot just get up and fire police officers just like that. Thorough investigation has to be done in order to fire a police officer, because we all know that persons from the Rastafarian communities really don't like police, and there has been war between Rastas and police from ever since. It's nothing new. And yes, back in the days, police would trim Rastas. That was a normal thing. And persons are thinking now that Nzinga came out with this, that is that thing still happening? Are police still trimming Rastas? And I think not. No. Nzinga lost the case because there was about 11 discrepancies between her story, the police story, and witnesses' story. So now, is she suggesting that the police paid off those witnesses? I doubt it, because then now the police would be indebted to those witnesses forever, and they could come forward at a later date and blackmail the police. So I'm thinking that those witnesses are credible. So the first lie that Nzinga told was that she was in a taxi when she was pepper sprayed. But the officers says that she was not in a taxi. She was standing on the roadside, not wearing a mask. And when she was told to put on her mask, she got boisterous and started to be very disrespectful to the police officers. We all know that police have their ways, but if they give you a command and you oblige, they will just let you go. But once you start to get disrespectful and hurt their ego, they will probably come down a little hard on you. So I guess, yes, there was a little hard on her. They didn't have to arrest her. They didn't have to charge her. But at the end of the day, we must realize that a soft answer turneth away wrath. Okay? So the second lie was that, the second discrepancy was that her schoolmate, who she called on the phone, told the DPP that Nzinga told her that she cut her own hair. And I guess sometimes we grow up in this Rastafarian community and we really don't want to be a part of it. We're just pulled into it because our parents are it. Because we use locks to identify with Rastafarian. So maybe she no longer wants to be a part of the faith. Maybe she wants to be a little bit rebellious and she don't want to hurt her parents. She probably don't know how to communicate this fact to her parents that she no longer wants to be a Rastafarian. And then she used this opportunity to get out of it real quick. All right. So the next discrepancy was that she gave the police wrong name. And it's not wrong in the sense of wrong. That is not the name on her birth paper. So she told the police that her name was Nzinga King. But Candice is really her middle name. So her official name, and she knows that, is Nzinga Candice King. But she left off the first name. All right, so they used that against her. And now, when you're going into a court of law, if you tell one lie, they're going to believe that everything else you say is a lie. And that is why it is said that honesty is the best policy. And somewhere along the line, Nzinga did not know that. So my question here, did Nzinga cut her hair, or did the police cut her hair? I want you, YouTube detective, to analyze all the facts and comment down below. Did she cut her own hair or did the police do it? Is she justified? Did she cause all this uproar, or she did not expect it to get so big? She thought it was something that could have been swept under the rug, but it gets bigger than she expected. So then she have to carry on with the lie. Did she tell all this lie and cause her mother to go and get a lawyer? Mr. Buchanan, come on. That's the price of lies. And I end this video by saying that honesty is the best policy. And we must always tell the truth. Always. Cause it what it may. Like this video, share and subscribe. And comment down below. Let me know if you think she cut her own hair. If the ruling by the DPP was justified.